sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bruce Irvin. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Fielded just inside the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So Newton and the Panthers come up now, 1st and 10 at their own 44. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, Newton. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Come on now, come on now, let's go. Great 15, great 15. 74, 74.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. On first down, they run with Howard. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Black. Sport Tokyo.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On the handoff, this is Howard. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
82.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. A shotgun snap for Newton. Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Just keeping the play alive. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Try and run for this. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
And while it's highly unusual for NFL teams to think about using their quarterback on key 3rd down runs, none of those teams, save one, has Cam Newton. He's unique, one of the biggest quarterbacks you'll ever see. Give him the ball, let him pick it up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go, fellas. Let's go.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Here's Newton. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And Gano's kick is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes. Yeah,
you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Working from the gun. Wentz. Aguilar has it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They go play action here on 1st down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, Wentz. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
3 down.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? A give to Howard, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
On 1st and 10, Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed around his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Going up top. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And that one results in 35 yards. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Will Fuller, as time expires in the first half. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Miller. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On first down, Newton. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Pernell McPhee in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. On second down, here's Miller. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Panthers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, here's Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
With it is Jackson. Oh, look at that. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Running with Howard. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He'll return it from the 6. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
20. Hey, hey.
Now Newton on 1st down. And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety.
Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. And an alley to run. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out come the Eagles. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Black, come on. Listen!
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Great.
They run with Howard, and the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Wentz gonna throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Carolina getting set to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
On 1st down, it's Newton. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Good. Express! Great.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first down throw for Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter.
Lion.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Ertz has it left side. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now Howard. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Into the red zone, Wentz. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2.
82.
To throw, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Newton now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They fake the give. Newton. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Come on.
Wentz now on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock making him do it that way, didn't they?
Now Wentz on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He's to the 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
They pitch out to Howard. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
He's back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll look to throw. Keeps himself upright.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. He's gonna let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by Kevon Seymour. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll run with Miller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Well, Charles, the